So next up on our Splash Sunday Marathon, you guys need to be sending my videos everywhere, telling everybody to subscribe. If you are tuning in on this marathon today, you better subscribe, all right? You're joining Yancey Street, you bitches. Now listen, this is next up on our 10 video series today. Doctor Doom invasion series. This time, Big Doom is invading the IDW verse. Now, some of you guys might not be as familiar with the IDW verse, or you just might not realize how much that entails. But if you are invading the IDW verse, you will be coming across things such as Sonic and his fuckery, Godzilla and his bullshit, My Little Pony and their weird ass scaling, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Star Trek, and more. Okay, it's a super diverse background of what we could run into, so it's going to be really fun to analyze. Make sure to run the likes up on this and let me know who next should invade IDW. Without further ado, let's begin. Now, first off, let's kind of give a purview of what Doctor Doom's bringing to the table before we send his ass into this multiverse. Now, Doctor Doom is one of the smartest characters in Marvel's entirety. He is someone that is not just exceptional in the realms of math and science, but you have to consider how far that extends in Marvel. He is the sciences he's engaged with expand beyond time, space, dimensions, and several layers into outer realms like the beyond, and even subjects that breach into the likes of the mystery, which even intrigues the one above all. On top of this, he's engaged in mysticism that delves beyond even reaches in the grand scheme that Doctor Strange wants no part of. Keep in mind, Doctor Strange has seen and gone with extensions of magic that extend to the realms of even living tribunal, okay? On top of this brilliance that we've covered and to what it extends to, we also must consider that Doom, combat-wise, is absurd. You see, he uses this intelligence to build his tech and armor, the likes of which has produced shields and withstood assaults from Thor, Hulk, Blue Marvel, and everything in between. He's even withstood on the fly multiple Celestials trying to take him down while he was in base, okay, and just stood there face tanking it. On top of this, like I said, he's able to combat the Thor, Hulk, and Blue Marvel tiers with his own energy projections and capabilities produced from his armors. A lot of times people, I think, associate him with either being primarily tech, like an evil Iron Man, or primarily mysticism, like an evil Strange. But in truth, what makes him so terrifying is that he's a combination of both, which has allowed him to produce things that such as machines that instantly drain the power cosmic, allowing him to use it. He's built tech and armor that can take on an amped Galactus, one who had just wiped out and absorbed all the Celestials. If there was any other form of Galactus, it was stated Doom, with his prepped armor that he had made in that moment, would have destroyed him. He's caught God of Stories Loki with anti-narrative tech. It's absurd what he's capable of creating and what he's capable of using in the midst of his many battles and many adventures throughout Marvel. He has the respect of not just pretty much anyone in existence, but also even the gods and higher beings, as they are fully aware of what Doctor Doom is capable of. This is someone who even the Panther god Bast has stated, if you logically look at it, allowing Doom to take over Earth essentially ensures everything will go okay, because he's not going to lose to anybody. This is someone who has threatened the writers to literally retcon his shit because they're making him look like an asshole. He has gone to the end of existence to ensure that his kingdom will remain. He is someone that survived battling Cthon, the Elder God, someone who scales from the recent stories such as the likes of Mother of Horrors is the one that amped that kind of existence in terms of the Elder Gods. And keep in mind, this pantheon, these level of beings, if they are enhanced by Mother of Horrors, or if they're corrupted by such, or at least scale to that, Mother of Horrors did wound the one above all. So these Elder Gods are stupidly broken. This is someone that's affiliated with the peak scaling for Scarlet Witch as well in terms of Cthon. God of Stories Loki himself said the power of Cthon is absurdly broken in terms of what you see. Just the book, The Darkhold, just to read his power was transcribed with the dead body of an Elder God. Okay, this just lets you know how broken Doom is, because he spun the block on him after he got beat up the first time, because he pulled up on him, didn't realize Cthon was that nasty. But he said, if we run it back, you're cooked, and it was true. So overall, Doom, with his famous Doom bots, all his tech, his mystical capability, his skill, which we didn't even really breach on. This is someone that's actually one of the most skilled martial artists in Marvel. Skill-wise, he's mimicked the likes of Daredevil just to be a troll. He's taken down Taskmaster without powers, like literally just fought him. Taskmaster being one of the most skilled martial artists who can also copy any style he is witnessing. He also took on Black Panther while his suit was depowered. He was like, yo, you bitch, you think you can just run down on me? Okay, Doom is him. Bottom line, Doom is him. Now, when we take him and we send him into IDW bars, how does it go? Let's get all this out of the way. Let's have a lot of fun with this. Smash the like button if you haven't already. And if you want to show love to this marathon, make sure to hit me up. You can donate through Cash App, PayPal, or you can buy one of my many things on discount right now, such as my scaling servers, my Battle Core membership, which is insane, or you can sponsor videos. Now, back on topic. IDW first, let's get some of them out of the way. Star Trek is sick. Star Trek is dope. They've got higher dimensional scaling in terms of like 45B. Some of the stronger beings in there as well, such as the Q, do have arguments for, you know, like baseline outer, in my opinion. Shout out my guy Q from back in the day. However, they don't scale to Doom, especially modernized Doom, looking to take over this verse, coming through with his own tech, bringing his own stuff along for the ride. We're going to have him pull through with like a ship that brings most of the stuff he wants from Latveria, because he's Big Doom. Now, even at their best, even with their gods, Star Trek does not scale to Doom, even on the mid to high end. It's really bad. I think Doom would take over the Star Trek part of IDW, no problem. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, sick. Doom probably solos him without any powers, any tech. Doom can probably actually pull up to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle verse, depowered, and beat the shit out of everybody. Like he did Taskmaster, like he did Black Panther. Like, it would be hilarious. I low-key think he could get that done. Let me know if you agree. Do you think depowered Doom can actually take over the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle verse? I actually think he does it pretty comfortably. That's how dangerous he is. Now, we got those two out of the way. It gets trickier from here. Transformers is not easy. I am telling you guys, it is not sweet. First of all, G.I. Joe is here. G.I. Joe is sweet. That's a come up. If we run if we run into something of G.I. Joe tier, come up. We're not worried about that. Terminators, come up. We're not worried about that. All right. I'm pretty sure Terminators did cross over in IDW. If I'm tripping, my bad. But I will clarify that next time we reinvade. But regardless, that tier loses. But Transformers is dangerous. You see, they have concepts such as the Allspark and the Primus, which does scale to higher dimensionality. And when I say higher dimensionality, it's not just 4 or 5B, several layers above that, at least hyperversal. But beings like Unicron have arguments for outerversal scaling beyond dualities, abstract forms of existences, essentially being like higher levels archetypes. So they would have like outer to low outer arguments for beings like Unicron, and so the strongest tiers in that verse would scale around there. That's not an easy come up. Considering how brilliant characters like Prime and Megatron are as well, facilitating higher powers like these, facilitating the higher sciences, they'd make it interesting. However, they won't beat Doom. I think Doom takes down Transformers aspect of IDW. I'm not going to say super comfortably, but yeah, probably mid-diff. He would roll through them, enslave, and do what he needs to do to ensure victory. The hardest aspects of IDW, and this is my opinion. Now, first I want to address this. I don't think Star Wars does much. It's kind of like in the same realm of Star Trek, maybe a little better if we're like, hey, IDW, we'll give you all the legends too. But it doesn't do very well against Doom. Okay, just he kind of hard counters anything they got going on, just to get that out of the way as well. I did just confirm before returning to recording this, G.I. Joe I was correct, it is IDW, like I thought, because they cross over. But yeah, they get squashed pretty bad. Now, Godzilla, IDW Godzilla, not worried about him at all. Of course, best scaling you get from Godzilla is crossovers, But that's not IDW really. It's just nothing too crazy going on for Godzilla. That lizard's getting fraud checked by Big Doom. Okay, on Main Street. It's rough. It's rough out here for Big Zilla in terms of IDW. My Little Pony and Sonic is where shit gets weird. This is where we face our serious threats, okay? First of all, I don't like My Little Pony. I've obviously never been into it. If you can't tell by my channel, I just never cover it. But it is broken, and I've covered cartoon verses before, so I have an inherent understanding of how crazy these types of power systems can get with the cartoonish backgrounds. Characters like Discord and these stronger tier characters can move beyond time, space, dimensions, even the story themselves. They do pretty wonky bullshit and scale to other characters, such as crossovers with the likes of Sonic. Now, Sonic is incredibly dangerous because he's done everything, okay? In his comics, it's wild. He's run outside of time. He's run outside of infinite dimensions. Now, before you argue running out of multiverses, time, space, dimension, you keep saying that for a few of the higher tier characters you already mentioned. It's a lot more complicated, okay? Just like simple universes or zones within Sonic can be scaled to hyperversal or outer. They can get very wonky within themselves. He's run outside of all zones. He's run into the connector, Nexus place that's outside the zones, but also it can connect all the zones, which is incredibly broken. These include zones that go to the real world, that go beyond the stories. Sonic himself is someone that can write his own stories, leave his comics, do what he wants to the comics, ignore the writers. He has this weird cosmic power that essentially ensures that the narrative will always allow him to win. Mr. Robotnik, who's actually one of the smartest characters in fiction, has literally theorized that the Chaos Force, this power, this divine innate spark that seems to ensure Sonic will always pull out some bullshit narratively, it's something that in order to combat it, in order to take advantage of it, that is something that, according to Robotnik, he would have to go outside the games, he would have to go outside of comic books, essentially go outside of fiction, all of fiction, not just Sonic's, in order to stop something like that, which is absurd, okay? So overall, Sonic's feats, his high-end stuff, like how fast he's gone, what he's gone outside of, is absurd. Battling stuff that can destroy zones and what they scale to is also absurd. I would say his hacks and his speed are the scariest aspects of him, not necessarily his AP. Mr. Robotnik is brilliant as well. There's other characters, the higher tiers that scale to Sonic and roughly around him, as well as the higher tier characters within the verse, also can be put in this conversation. So when you look at all of those, characters, and then you look at My Little Pony, and you kind of merge them, and you say, okay, they have to withstand this invading Doctor Doom that has beat the shit out of everything else in IDW so far. How do I see that playing out? Well, they are incredibly dangerous. But here's the thing. If Doom can get the drop on one of them, and right now I'm referring to My Little Pony, he gets the drop on one of them and figures them out, I think he's taking them down, actually. And we actually have direct evidence of higher level beings that I think scale beyond the likes of Discord and the higher tier My Little Ponies. Characters with even more absurd wonky bullshit, such as God of Stories Loki, which he actively caught and could do what he want with his anti-narrative. He's also Beyonders, Ivory Kings, those tier of characters. He's Jack Molecule Man of his power. The Power Cosmic, he's taken on a Galactus that is stated his prep would have beat every other form of Galactus, which would include Lifebringer. So he has tons of examples of his higher end prep and his higher end tech and higher end magic taking down My Little Pony tier characters. So I actually think he can take them. But if they're all jumping him, and Sonic is jumping him with his peak narrative bullshit, as well as the higher tier characters within the Sonicverse that scale to him, with Robotnik trying to find a way to stop Doom, if they all come together at once, Sonic leading the way, Knuckles, all those higher tier characters have a chance to beat Doom. I think they can take him, okay? the highest of tiers can take him. But Doom gets to drop on 1. I think he's beating IDW. I think the one he struggles with is Sonic and Sonic Tears. They can possibly get it done, and that's the only way they stop him, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and be willing to say if you think Sonic Tier and above from IDW can stop him if they jump him and run their defense correctly, okay, I agree with that. I'm fine with that sentiment. But if they don't coordinate properly, yes, Doom completes the invasion. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think he would win? Do you think Sonic can stop him? That's probably the character that I fear the most in this invasion. Let me know what you think of my analysis. Let me know what you think of Splash Sunday. And show some love to the channel. Best way you can do that is with the likes and subscriptions. But anyways, it's been your host, Dr. Splash. And remember, it's Yancey Street, bitches.